How far would you go to save the one you love? Abby thought she could fight death itself to save her sister. But in The Occupant, her desperate choice leads her into a nightmare of strange rocks, phantom voices, and a chilling truth about grief that will haunt her forever. Abby, a young geologist, spending time with her older sister, Beth. Both sisters are heartbroken because they recently lost their mother. During this time, Beth becomes like a mother to Abby, protecting and comforting her. But tragedy strikes again. A few months later, Beth falls seriously ill. Doctors tell the family she has late-stage leukemia, and there is no real hope of saving her. They advise Abby and her father to spend as much time with Beth as possible, preparing for the end. But Abby refuses to accept this. She finds a foreign clinic that claims to offer a new, experimental treatment. It is expensive, possibly unethical, but Abby does not care. To get the huge amount of money required, Abby takes a dangerous job as a geologist for a private mining company. She travels to the snowy mountains of Georgia, near the Russian border, where she is tasked with searching for uranium. While exploring beyond her assigned area, Abby discovers a strange, crystal-like rock. She secretly keeps it, hoping it will make her rich. But the rock is not ordinary, it is alive, mysterious, and dangerous. Before Abby can return home, her father calls and tells her he is bringing Beth home from the hospital so she can die peacefully among family. Abby panics and decides to fly back immediately, but her helicopter never makes it. In midair, the aircraft collides with a strange swarm of flying objects. The helicopter crashes in the snowy wilderness. Everyone dies, except Abby. Now, she is alone in the freezing cold, surrounded by mountains, snowstorms, and mystery. Abby tries to survive with only the pilot's walkie-talkie. Through it, she hears a voice, an American pilot named John, who claims he is also lost in the same region. He guides her toward him. On her journey, Abby meets a Russian soldier. Scared, she shoots him before he can harm her. But the soldier soon disappears mysteriously, making it unclear if he was ever real. Was he another survivor? Or just a hallucination created by the strange forces in the valley? The deeper Abby goes, the stranger things become. The swarm returns again and again, always connected to the strange rock she found earlier. Abby begins to understand that the rock is no ordinary mineral. It is alive, capable of changing shape and connecting with the natural world. But it also brings misfortune. Symbolically, the rock represents Abby's stubbornness and greed. She picked it up to make money, but in truth, it mirrors her refusal to accept her sister's illness. Just like the rock, her obsession with saving Beth is dangerous. It is more about her pride than Beth's wishes. Beth had already told Abby she wanted peace, not endless struggle. But Abby ignored her, chasing an impossible miracle. Following John's voice, Abby eventually finds a cave. Inside, she discovers something horrifying, the rotting body of John Fisher, a real American Air Force pilot who had crashed long ago. The voice on the walkie-talkie was never John. It was a supernatural entity using his name. This entity is connected to the rock and the swarm. It feeds on humans lost in the valley, luring them with promises of comfort. Inside the cave, pieces of the black material attach themselves to Abby's body, trying to consume her. The entity tempts her with visions of Beth alive and healthy. It offers her peace, but only if she gives herself up and becomes its next occupant. This is the truth. The valley, the swarm, the cave, all exist to trap grieving souls and feed on their denial. For a moment, Abby is tempted. She wants nothing more than to see her sister alive again. But she realizes it is a lie. With all her strength, Abby rejects the entity. She fights her way out of the cave, refusing to become its prisoner. She chooses to face reality, no matter how painful. Abby collapses in the snow, but a rescue helicopter finds her. She is treated in a hospital and later helped by an old coworker. When she wakes up, she is different, no longer stubborn, no longer in denial. She returns home just in time to be with Beth. Abby and her father lays beside Beth as she takes her last breath. It is a heartbreaking ending. There is no miracle cure, no triumph. But Abby has learned the most important lesson. Sometimes love means acceptance, not desperate struggle.